Welcome back, Days of Our Lives fans. Get ready to brace yourselves for a week of heartbreak, suspense, and a father's desperation that will shake Salem to its core. From June 9th to June 13th, the town will be rocked by one of the most daring moves Xander Kyriakis has ever contemplated. A move that could tear his world apart and send shockwaves through every family in Salem. Today, we're diving deep into Xander's next explosive chapter. The shocking possibility that he might snatch his daughter Victoria away from Sarah and flee. Is this just a desperate father's last stand, or a reckless act that will haunt him forever? Let's unpack the drama and see what's coming next. To understand the chaos that's about to unfold, we need to revisit the story of Xander and Sarah, a love that once burned bright but has now turned to ashes. Their marriage, once a passionate whirlwind of shared dreams and fiery devotion, is now a fragile truce held together by the one thing they both cherish: their daughter, Victoria. But even that bond is eroding. With every harsh word exchanged and every wounded glance, the walls between them grow taller, and the echoes of past betrayals grow louder. Sarah, once blinded by love, now sees Xander as a man defined by his dangerous impulses, a man whose past mistakes are too grave to ignore. Her transformation is stark. She's no longer the forgiving wife, but a fierce protector who sees Xander's every move as a threat to their daughter. Xander, cornered and stripped of everything but his desperate love for Victoria, is a man unraveling. His fury at Sarah's refusal to let him in is matched only by his fear that he'll lose the one piece of family he has left. To him, this isn't just a custody battle, it's a fight for his very identity as a father. And in his desperation, every gesture, every word, carries the weight of a man who feels he has nothing left to lose. Their home, once a sanctuary, has become a silent war zone. And for Victoria, caught in the crossfire, the stakes couldn't be higher. As this personal war rages on, Xander is also battling a second, equally devastating front: the cold, unyielding machinery of the law. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that though he's currently out on bail, Xander's legal troubles are spiraling out of control. With the brutal attack on Philip Kyriakis hanging over him like a guillotine, he faces not just the prospect of prison, but the permanent loss of his daughter's love and trust. Every day of freedom feels borrowed, and the pressure is pushing him closer to the edge. Xander's fear of losing Victoria isn't just a passing thought, it's a haunting specter that stalks him in every quiet moment. His warnings to Sarah, promises that he won't let her keep Victoria from him, are not hollow threats. They're the desperate cries of a man who believes the world is conspiring to steal his daughter away. In the cold eyes of the law, Sarah stands as the model of stability, a devoted mother, a skilled doctor, a pillar of the community. Xander, by contrast, is a man with a rap sheet that reads like a cautionary tale: kidnapping, violence, betrayal. In any courtroom, these truths weigh heavily, and Xander knows it. Yet there's a paradox here, a tragic complexity that fuels the drama. Because beneath the anger, beneath the reckless decisions, there is a real love in Xander's heart for Victoria. It's a love twisted by fear and desperation, but it's real. And that's what makes this moment so dangerous. When a man believes that his love justifies any action, no matter how reckless, there's no telling what he might do next. Spoilers for the week reveal that Xander and Sarah will face off in what promises to be one of the most explosive and emotionally charged confrontations of the season. This isn't just a disagreement over visitation rights. It's a clash of two worldviews, two hearts, and two irreconcilable visions for the future of their child. Xander, his back against the wall, will argue with all the fire of a father who refuses to let go. In his mind, he's changed. He believes that if he can just make Sarah see the man he wants to be, the man he believes he can be, she'll find it in her heart to let him stay. His words will be laced with desperation, each syllable a plea for a second chance, a lifeline to the only thing that still matters to him. But Sarah isn't moved by words anymore. She's seen too much, suffered too much, to gamble her daughter's future on Xander's promises. Her resolve is steely, her every word a shield for Victoria. To Sarah, this is about more than love, it's about safety. She sees a future where Victoria can grow up free from the shadows of Xander's past, and she'll fight with every breath to make that future a reality. This showdown is the emotional heart of the episode, a raw, unfiltered eruption of pain and hope. For Xander, it's the last stand of a man who feels the world slipping through his fingers. For Sarah, it's the painful duty of a mother who must choose between the man she once loved and the daughter she cannot, will not, betray. As the fight escalates, the tension becomes almost unbearable. Each word is a dagger, each pause a chance for either salvation or heartbreak. And as they stare each other down, one question hangs in the air like a silent scream. What will Xander do if he believes this is the end? As the pressure mounts and every door seems to slam shut in his face, Xander Kyriakis stands at the edge of a dangerous precipice. His mind, already battered by fear of losing his daughter forever, is drifting into the unthinkable. If he can't have Victoria through the courts, he may take her by force. It's a horrifying thought, yet for Xander, desperation is a powerful fuel. The whispers of doubt that once urged caution now roar with a single demand: act before it's too late. Every courtroom defeat, every cutting remark from Sarah, chips away at his resolve to do things the right way. To him, the system isn't just rigged, it's a wall separating him from the only family he has left. Spoilers hint that Xander's behavior will become increasingly volatile in the days ahead. The man who once took pride in maintaining control will find himself driven by a primal urge to hold his daughter close, no matter the cost. To viewers, this transformation is both tragic and terrifying. The heartbreak of a father who believes he has no choice but to risk everything to keep his child. But in the cold light of reality, this choice would be catastrophic. Not only would it seal his fate in the eyes of the law, but it would tear Victoria away from the safety and love of her mother, subjecting her to a life of fear and uncertainty. In that moment of desperate flight, Xander wouldn't just be a father fighting for his daughter, he'd become the very threat Sarah has been trying to protect Victoria from all along. This is the haunting crossroads Xander now faces, a decision between what he believes is an act of salvation and the stark truth that it's a betrayal of everything he claims to love. As Xander teeters on the brink of this fateful decision, another force in Salem stirs: Kate Roberts Brady, a woman with her own complicated history with the Kyriakis men and a keen sense of timing when it comes to striking back. For Kate, Xander has always been a man who walked too close to the line. His brutal assault on Philip, her son, was a wound that cut deep, one she hasn't forgotten. If she sees even a hint that Xander is about to do the unthinkable and snatch Victoria away, she'll be ready to act. Imagine the scene. Xander, heart-pounding, arms wrapped around his daughter, slips through the shadows of Salem. He thinks he's ahead of the game, but Kate, sharp-eyed and sharper-witted, intercepts him at the last possible moment. She doesn't need to overpower him. Her mere presence, and the steely calm in her voice, is enough to buy precious minutes. In those moments, Kate becomes more than just a bystander. She becomes a protector, someone willing to put herself in harm's way to ensure that Victoria isn't swept up in Xander's spiral of desperation. And her timing could be the difference between a nightmarish abduction and a safe return to normalcy. This isn't just about revenge for Kate, it's about making sure another innocent child doesn't pay the price for Xander's reckless desperation. So what does all of this mean for Salem's future? In these tangled threads of love and betrayal, a heartbreaking truth emerges. Xander's devotion to Victoria is real, but it's tainted by a darkness he can't seem to escape. On one hand, we see a father's primal instinct, to protect, to fight, to never surrender. Xander's fierce love for Victoria is undeniable, a bond forged in the tender moments he's shared with his daughter. But that love has become a weapon in his mind, justifying actions that could scar Victoria forever. Sarah, meanwhile, stands as an unyielding force, a mother's determination to protect her daughter at any cost. Her resolve is ironclad, forged in the fires of betrayal and heartbreak. She sees the full scope of the danger Xander poses, and she's ready to stand between him and Victoria, no matter what. And then there's Kate, an unexpected wildcard who could tip the scales in either direction. She's not just an observer in this tragedy, she's a catalyst, a woman who understands how quickly love can turn to obsession and how dangerous a desperate man can become. Together, these forces create a powder keg of emotion and suspense. Will Xander truly cross the line and abduct his daughter, or will the weight of his actions finally break through the haze of his desperation? Will Kate's intervention be enough to save Victoria, or will she find herself caught in the middle of a father's tragic last stand? As the days ahead unfold, Salem will bear witness to the painful truth. Sometimes, love and obsession are two sides of the same coin. And for Xander Kyriakis, that line may be about to disappear completely. This week, Salem will be a stage for one of the most intense custody battles we've seen in years. Xander's desperation is set to clash with Sarah's determination, and the fate of little Victoria hangs in the balance. Will Xander truly go through with this insane plan? Will Kate be the one to stop him? Or will Sarah's love and resolve prove too strong for even Xander's wildest schemes? Let us know in the comments, whose side are you on? Is this a father's tragic last stand, or a dangerous act of madness that will tear Salem apart? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date on every twist and turn. Until next time, stay dramatic, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of family, or the darkness that can twist it.